All right, welcome everybody to twitch.tv/Marywood Esports. Today we've got the Overwatch Gold team facing off against Arcadia University Gray in the Division 8 NECC Semifinals. Last week, we saw them take out Albany Purple in the quarterfinals in a sweep 3-0. Arcadia, the first seed from Northeast B, Marywood the third seed. Arcadia taking out WPI Gray in a sweep as well. So, very solid performances out of both groups. In the regular season, Arcadia did beat Marywood 3-0. Pretty dominant from them. So we'll see what Marywood can do. I am Slappa, joined by Pretzel. How are we feeling tonight, Pretzel?
I'm feeling pretty good. Like you said, Arcadia did have a pretty dominant performance against Marywood, but I've heard that the Marywood Gold team has been practicing a lot against the comp they struggled against. So I'm excited to see what types of strategies they've come up with to try and defeat them.
Yeah, for sure. An in-house scrim took place a couple days ago. The gold team playing the green team, and green team was emulating Arcadia's lineup that they use. So that was some good practice. On the other side of this playoff bracket is St. Lawrence University against Waynesburg University. Waynesburg, I believe, beat Marywood in the regular season as well. So if the Pacers are able to take out Arcadia here and Waynesburg advances, that'd be another revenge game for them. But they're up against St. Lawrence University. That will be played on December 4th. So one day before December 5th, which will be when the finals and the third, fourth place match takes place. So regardless of the result tonight, you will see Marywood Gold playing again 2 weeks from now. That's definitely exciting. We still waiting to get into this first game. Any predictions for how tonight's going to go, Pretzel?
I don't know. I expect Marywood. I think they're gonna definitely take Arcadia by surprise with all their practice against this comp, because Arcadia is probably going into this thinking, "Oh, we 3-0'd these guys. It's gonna be easy." But Marywood Gold, they're resilient, and they've practiced this so much. So I'm very excited to see them play well.
Yeah, I feel like in every sport or esport, you see the rematch go the way of the other team a lot of the time, and we're hoping tonight is more of that same thing. Marywood's able to bounce back a lot. They've got a very good vocal leader in Krimiza. Starting lineup looking like for Marywood going to be Krimiza, Deathox, Jayla, Joss 1015, and Icing 98. And for Arcadia, looking at Cthulhu, Otters, Soappoke, Earlka T-Boy, and Viral Catboy. Viral Catboy and Castodo. Alright, kind of the view line on the Turtle Pounds PC a little far away. Those long names were just a mash of letters without any spaces together. A little tough to read that entirely. We are still waiting for a map, I believe.
And Arissa and Sojourn.
Alright, so Arissa and Sojourn have been banned. And let's head pick Legion Tower as well. So we will be in game 1 on Legion. Very pretty skyline here at night. What's a little bit different than downtown Dunmore. There is not really a downtown Dunmore. Off the mountains we did some city, which not much of a skyline there either. You can argue that we might have a skyline. If we still wait a little bit, 8:06 p.m. These games always start a little bit later than they're supposed to. Happens with Rocket League. I'm sure it happens with Smash.
Smash hasn't been streamed, but the matches do start late.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a general happening. So looking at the bracket, Marywood, the only technical upset that happened, taking out Albany, who's the 2 seed from Northeast A. St. Lawrence, Waynesburg, and Arcadia all being favored to go through. So Marywood definitely, punching above their weight a little bit here. Definitely a tough match coming in. As we said, lost to Arcadia in the regular season. But, kind of coming in with a nothing to lose mentality. Score-wise, it can't go worse than it did in the regular season. You're either going up or staying how it was. And with the in-house scrimmage against Green, they've probably got a lot of confidence. They can, they can come in, punch them in the mouth, take a map early, unsettle Arcadia, who is definitely coming in very confident. Probably looking forward to the future. Not even be overlooking the Pacers just because they did beat them quite comprehensively the first time out. It's my phone fell forward. I had to grab that real quick. Keeping it on my leg, not the best idea I've ever had. We were doing a tier list earlier we're actually connected into this year. We decided that the peach is the best fruit in all of history. Turtle Fountain did not agree, but it's not okay. It is what it is. Quite a basic strawberry pick.
Strawberries are the best fruit in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
You can think that.
As we do get the role selections for Marywood, Jayla on Taint with Zarya, Grimiza, and Zethox damage with Cassidy and Symmetra. And then Joss and Icing 98 with Wu Yang and Kiriko. And Pretzel, if you want to run through the Arcadia starting lineup.
Yeah. So Arcadia is running that dive that Marywood definitely struggled with last time. So Marywood going into this probably knows that that's going to be their comp. So I'm excited to see how they try and work around that.
Got Scope Coach on the Junker Queen Taint, IRL Catboy, and Casoto on support. Otters and Cthulhu on the damage. As we get right into this first fight, Soapcoat taking out Grimiza, the first kill of the match. Catboy taking Joss. Already, Arcadia showing why they were able to beat the Pacers in their regular season. Already giving the upper hand here as they capture this first point. Their percentage starts to build up and up. Zethos already switching to that Reaper. Zethos.
Oh.
And heads up for any specific Overwatch terminology. Please direct your questions to Pretzel. Me, I know. My knowledge is limited. I come with a positive mentality and a lot of words. I will probably get just about everything technical aspect of the game incorrect.
And Soapcoat getting another pick on Grimiza.
Yeah, Soapcoat really showing off right now as kind of the spearhead of this Arcadia roster, both the paint and getting on the kill sheet most often. Deathnote's teleporting in with the Reaper. We survived so far.
We used Kiri ult, and we get a pick on the Kiriko, but unfortunately Soapcoat takes down 2, and the Venture getting a 3rd.
Yeah, we saw Grimiza getting 1, but immediately getting taken out by Cthulhu, and Soapcoat continuing to really pressure this Pacers roster. Arcadia already up to 80% on this point. Marywood's got to find a way in. They've got ultimates. They got Jayla and Ison. The Wu Yang very close. They've got to try and get a couple members onto this point. Looks like Jayla's going to be that spearhead. Has that Zarya ult ready to use whenever.
Yep. We popped Kiri ult, and we do get a pick onto the Symmetra, but Wu Yang and Zarya do go down. Zethox finally killing that Venture. I heard from the gold team that that's one of the ones they were really worried about. Venture just so strong, and they really just love to dive the back line.
Yeah, they've done a good job of suppressing the Venture so far. They lose control of that. And Arcadia able to secure the first objective. You know, we've seen them, they've been able to kind of quiet that Venture, quiet Cthulhu, but Sopote and IRL Catboy are really just showing up. Sopote especially, definitely the MVP of the match so far. As Icy98, you know, his picture might be showing the feelings of Marywood so far. Unable to really get a foothold. Definitely good that they were able to get, you know, a little bit of percentage built just for the confidence. It doesn't roll over at all into this next objective. But, you know, maybe give them a little bit of confidence. See if they can come out of the gates winning earlier than they did.
Yeah, and I know that the gold team wanted to play Orisa, and I'm assuming that's the reason Arcadia banned them. Orisa plays very well into the Junker Queen, so even if they end up losing this map, they will have the Orisa for the rest of the match, which will be very helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Marywood starting off on a bit of a back foot with that effective ban as IRL Catboy's health really getting low there. See if the Pacers can capitalize. Sopote goes down. That's huge from Joss. Well, that taint down for Arcadia. You know, that entire team is going to be reeling from that. Cthulhu goes down for Miza as well. Icy98 taking out Otters, and this is much, much better for the Pacers as they capture control of this objective. They're going to get that percentage built up. And now it's time to play defense, which they have not had much experience in doing so far this round.
Yeah, and just like looking at the ults, Krimiza already at 91% ult charge, far and away ahead of all of Arcadia. So I expect to hopefully see a big high noon. Zethox gets two, gets the Venture and the Lucio.
Yeah, as Sopote really being the only positive aspect of Arcadia here. Zethox really making himself known, taking out basically the entire Arcadia roster. Now Arcadia is in a spot they haven't been so far today, you know, where they've got to regroup, they've got to come in as a team. We did see the high noon go off, but a couple ults very, very close for the Pacers, Zethox and Jayla. The icing gets Otters, who Otters has not really seen them on the left side of the kill sheet yet. They're definitely going to want to step it up. Could it be an effective duo with Cthulhu? 3 ults built out for the Pacers. They're in a very good spot. Zethox does go down.
Jayla gets a big grab onto the supports, forcing out Lucio B.
The Junker Queen ult comes out, takes out Krimiza. Jayla still trying to hold strong here. Does back off a little bit as Arcadia retake control, but Pacers building that up to 78%. You know, if they're able to retake it, not much farther they'd have to go. Jayla gets IRL Catboy.
Yeah, and and Sopote has left the game.
Yeah, as teams do call for a pause there. Possible technical issue there for Sopote. Coming at an interesting juncture in that round. Definitely a lot more positive for the Pacers. You know, we saw a lot more offense. Able to control that point for a while longer. And I saw Jayla start to get into the rhythm of things. You know, she's a very important aspect, not just because she plays tank, but because in that UAlbany win, she was all over UAlbany, taking out their players left and right. Haven't seen too much of that just yet, but it definitely looked like she was starting to pick up.
Definitely.
We still wait for this pause. We'll see how long this takes to come through. We'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
I wish we were able to keep an eye out on the other semifinal, but that's not going to be played for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, not super possible right now.
Yeah.
We'll wait up here.
And I was going to say, before this tech pause, Marywood, they still needed to recap the point, but they definitely had the ult advantage there. both teams had the Kiri ult, but Marywood, I believe, had Reaper ult, and Arcadia had the Sim ult. So Symmetra, not the most powerful ult in the game, so definitely would have liked to see maybe like a Kiri ult into the Reaper ult onto the point.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting to see exactly where they place this again. It did look like Marywood was able to recapture that point. Not sure when exactly the tech pause was first called for. We'll see if they give that back, if that's possible. Probably isn't, as looks like Sopoke is back now, so will hopefully be getting into this once again. I think it's Sopoke. It might be Salpoke, but I assume it's just Slowpoke without the L.
I think so.
We're going to go with Sopoke. Did get back into it, and the Pacers climbing that percentage immediately over 90 now.
Yeah.
Rimiza gets orders.
And a huge hindrance for Arcadia. Sopoke leaving completely reset their ult charge. So they are definitely not going to have ult for this fight. And it looks like Marywood just clean up crew. Takes out the entire team and captures the second objective.
Yeah, fantastic team play. We hear some positive guest fanning from outside the door. Coach and director X Generic getting the team hype. Yeah, very unfortunate for Sopoke to be, I imagine removed from the game without their consent. Some issues there for Arcadia. Definitely a tough objective point. They're going to look at the first point and say, "Oh, we dominated there." Marywood did dominate a bit there. Definitely helped out a little bit by that tech pause, but really a lot of marbles to play here. Or here on the point, we are just immediately in fight.
We see Arcadia pulling up the Torbjorn instead of the Symmetra. I'm interested to see how Torbjorn's going to work out. We get a trade here. Zethox gets the Venture, but unfortunately Kiriko goes down, and Zethox also goes down.
Yeah, overall positive for Arcadia here. The Venture taking out a couple of Pacers before falling. Is Arcadia able to capture the point first? Yeah, as you mentioned, that Torbjorn coming in might just be a change of scenery. Otters really was not having too much success on the Symmetra. So it might just be saying, alright, let's try and, get you in a better spot to be an effective asset for the team. Still nobody going down yet in this second team fight. A lot of pop shots and positioning come out.
Zethox getting active, going to the enemy backline.
Is that a turret from Otters falling twice now, but Sopoke gets Zethox and Jayla, two huge parts of this Marywood roster. Joff's going down as well. The Pacers, again, going to have to back off a little bit. Try and regroup. They've got a lot of time, still around 50%. But definitely want to get something going here. Try and grab this point as the entire team regroups in the hallway. They're going to try and put the point.
Yeah, definitely. And we can see Arcadia's kind of ahead on this ult, on this ult game. But we have Krimiza here trying to try and stop that Junker Queen ult with the hinder. Was actually popping ult.
Venture going down early there. As Zethox and Krimiza getting Otters and Sopoke, two huge eliminations. Zethox absolutely owning this lobby right now. As the Pacers flip control of the objective. Starting to build that now. Arcadia ending at 79%. But really a fantastic fight there from Zethox. The Pacers able to retake control without using any ultimates, which is a big thing. Might have used Krimiza's, but 3 left, including that Reaper ult. Although Arcadia does have the ultimates on their side as well. See how this goes for both teams.
And a huge Reaper ult. Picks 2 and the Torb turret.
I think we might have just seen our play of the game there for Zethox. As Jayla takes Otters out.
Jayla cleaning up with the ult.
Dominant fight from the Pacers. Very, very necessary there. Both teams now winning a couple of fights. Marywood in a slightly better spot here, although the ult advantage is going to be going as Catboy does use his Jericho ult, so poke into Goss. Vela being pushed at a point. Fight still ongoing. Vela goes down. Kramiza gets the Venture. Fighting without the paint, however, Zethox falls. Kramiza fighting for dear life here, being healed. Got the high noon now. Built that pretty quickly.
And they're definitely gonna have to try and touch. They don't have much time. Popping the Kiri ult to get to point a little faster. Another high noon by Kramiza. See.
That Venture ult comes out. Pacers a little bit of an advantage here right now in this overtime. Still a tough ask. That timer hits down. Soapoked and Cthulhu Soapoked again. Taking out a couple Pacers. Who's on point there? It's Jayla, but Jayla falls. And it looks like Arcadia is going to grab the first map on Legion Tower. A close fight, definitely. That third match, third round, kind of combined all those, as we do see this play the game come out. Actually, not where I thought it was going to be from Zethox. Yeah, we see him getting 2 to fall there. Kind of confused as to why that was play of the game and not the.
The system's always been like that. It's just I don't know how it works.
Yeah, you'd figure it would be the 3-stack ult, but I guess not. Just goes to show it was a very impressive individual map from Zethox, who can absolutely be proud of how he played there. You'd imagine that he'd be a little happier if the Pacers were able to take that. But again, I wasn't able to watch the first match against Arcadia, but that was definitely very competitive. Like you said, without the Orisa, that's definitely a disadvantage. So be able to fight through that and keep it close as we now sit and wait for the next map pick, which I believe will be from the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
They will have that Orisa as well.
I'm actually not entirely sure if it was Arcadia that banned the Orisa, because they also banned Sojourn, which is a character Kramiza is known for primarily playing. But maybe they are just choosing to go the Cassidy against that Junker Queen because of how oppressive she can be. And the Venture, too.
Yeah, we will see with how this next map and ban is selected. Yeah, still waiting. We see one slot open on that Arcadia roster right now. We'll see what's up with that. Looks like a potential crash. Not for Soapoked this time. Looks like that was... Not entirely remember who that was. I believe that was one of the supports for Arcadia. As we didn't wait a little bit longer for that. But the Overwatch servers are being a little bit wonky. This looks like the Marywood roster will remain the same. We know that they like to sub it and out sometimes. They've got a lot of players that are comparable in skill level. Everybody's really hungry to get in the game, try and show what they're made of. We'll see if we see some substitutions being made. But for now, looks like we're keeping the same roster. As Turtle Fountain threatens to make... I've been told to keep quiet. Arcadia has disappeared from the lobby for now, so yeah, those. If you're
all over the. It was because the game.
to deal with some issues on Arcadia's side, Turtle Fountain claiming to have made a very hilarious joke that made them all disappear. The joke wasn't that funny. Turtle found at the grand age of 47. All the TikTok jokes. Turtle found's parents, if you're in the chat, I'd recommend sending a harsh text telling her to open up. We still wait a little bit here. Looks like Cthulhu Otters and Catboy are in the lobby. Slowpoke and the other support not there yet. So really not sure how long this will take, but we'll keep y'all entertained nonetheless.
Yeah, and with the track record of Arcadia right now having all these tech problems, I wonder if that's going to affect them in future matches. Like we saw with the Slowpoke having to leave mid-match, it really kind of reset the tempo into Marywood's favor. So if something else like that happens on, say, like a push map, we could definitely see Marywood start to snowball.
Yeah, definitely a little nerve-wracking for Arcadia to be dealing with all these issues. It just also dampens their ability to gain momentum, because they definitely did have the momentum there. And they were able to get it back after Slowpoke's disappearance in round 2 of Legion for round 3. But you want to be able to keep that going mid-map, and when we're taking 10-minute breaks between, you're not really able to keep that rolling, especially when it's your computers that aren't working. So definitely very unfortunate for Arcadia, but they're a good team. I'm sure they can come back from that, but we will have to see how that goes. Looks like all of them are back. It was Pisoto, who's the initial disappearer in the post-match lobby. We still wait for bans and map picks to come through. We'll take a sip of water. Stay hydrated, kids. The Awala is a great water bottle for that, as is the Aquafina, kind of. Dasani low-key overtaking Aquafina in the kind of mid-tier water brand race. I was a Dasani hater for a long, long time. They did a little something too. They changed the bottles, they changed the formula. Doesn't taste as metallic.
I haven't had the new Dasani yet, but I was one of the biggest Dasani haters.
It was not good. And maybe I had it at Cedar Point on a hot day, the new one, so maybe it didn't, it had some performance enhancers. However, it did taste better than I had expected it to. Looks like our calendar is unfortunately in white plan. We'll not mention what was on that calendar. I'm sure you all saw it weeks ago.
Yeah, unfortunately, Harley erased it during an open house.
Unbelievable. You have some Emily,
the frozen frame of Noah popping up on screen.
the ghost of Ice in '98. He is still alive. See if he returns again. Maybe put him up if a great play happens. If he gets to play the game.
That's a reaction image.
New emote for the Discord server. I've been made extraordinarily wet. Thank you. This is a great look. Honestly, probably makes it look a little bit better that you can't see my face.
Oh, and now you're blue.
I'm hitting every single color here. We go yellow. We did all the. There we go.
Oh,
that right there. I'd like to keep that the entire time. Because we're raving right now. Can we get some music in here? We have the ability to play music. We should have the ability to play music, but Turtle Fountain refuses to.
I don't refuse to.
He absolutely refuses to. Copyright is not an issue. There is a song that we discussed earlier that is not copyrighted that we could play. But we're not.
Uh-oh.
Just laughing, reminiscent of why Jimmy back in the day. Turtle Fountain struggled to center me, as she has done all that, lean to the side in my frame. This is a great look. I've never looked better.
True. Wide slappa.
Ladies, my number is 814. Oh yeah, there we go. Dang. This kind of made so many people turn off the stream. I apologize for this. It's a bad look.
No,
I'm not-
we're very professional casters. We're very serious.
If you refer back to our list, we've had a big picture of number 1 on the screen instead to make people like this. As we are back to the Disco Club, I'm having a lovely, lovely time. As somebody has been banned, couldn't really make out who that was. Reaper gone, and that's a pretty common character in a lot of these matches, so it'll be interesting to see without the Reaper.
Yeah, Arcadia probably getting very scared of Zethox, who was going crazy last match, constantly getting like 2 or 3 per fight. So I do not blame them for banning him.
Yeah, so that's probably coming from Arcadia. Waiting on New Queen Street, going to be the map coming up. Let's see how Marywood fares on that.
I'm also excited to see when Marywood decides to ban some of those problematic characters. Like we've seen the Junker Queen and the Venture kind of putting in the work, so they have that ability to just like completely eliminate some of Arcadia's offense with those bans. So I'm excited to see like where they use them strategically.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of decisions to be made from the gold team and coach/director, ex-generic / eraser expert. Given that back there, right there, is completely empty. Busy, busy, busy. Clearly not. Nothing going on. Did you wait? Thanksgiving coming up. Everybody in chat, put your favorite dish. Mine got to be just straight up mashed potatoes, although corn
So
casserole.
real. I'm a big mashed potatoes fan.
Yeah, my family is very divided, so I only mashed potatoes are ever made. Only time they're ever made is at Thanksgiving, and it's really a travesty, but it is what it is.
Yeah, my uncle, he typically makes the mashed potatoes, and everyone loves them. So they're kind of a staple.
Yeah, we just get the Bob Evans package. That's generally
Honestly,
happened.
Bob Evans is still like it's very solid for like a prepackaged food.
Absolutely. Yeah,
It is so solid.
very difficult to mess up prepackaged mashed potatoes, but it has happened. I've witnessed it before. We are getting closer and closer into map 2 once again. Sorry for the delay. Should be much closer to getting going than we were 10 minutes ago. It does appear that Turtle Fountain's scrolling through her folders, so hopefully we won't start too soon. All the Arcadia players in the lobby. Just waiting for everybody to be ready. That's generic, claiming that Marywood is ready.
Oh, and it looks like we are entering.
We are getting in here. My apologies that you're seeing our 2 FPS faces. Beautiful new reloading screen. Here we are. We go a little bit to the right and zoom in a little bit.
Why is that, Jack?
I wanted to see the Canadian flag. That's definitely why we moved over.
Absolutely brilliant here. Yeah, that's sculpted. The definition of sculpted is we start getting in here. Kermiza back on that Sojourn, as you mentioned. Otter's on the Sojourn as well. Jayla Sopote on the Zarya and Junker, respectively.
Yeah, choosing to stick with the Zarya comp. I mean, if that's what they feel most confident in, I fully support them. I'd also like to say Icing 98 on the Moira. Icing 98 typically known for playing Moira at a very high level, so I'm excited to see some of the plays he decides to make.
Are we talking healing Moira or the good old DPS Moira?
I think Icing does a pretty consistent job of just switching on and off when needed. And Krimiza with a pick onto the Juno. I wonder if Arcadia is going to immediately switch off.
Yeah, we'll see. Marywood a great start here. Picks from
Emily.
Krimiza.
Did Marywood ban Lucio? Because that's probably why they're... Oh.
Turtle Fountain messing with the match chat so far as Marywood charging along here. Upwards of 25 meters.
I'm going to assume they banned the Lucio because Juno is an interesting pick.
Yeah, his brand assumptions coming through from the broadcast room. Marywood assuming that they're going to be pushing this farther, although Jayla does fall down. Bit of a mystery of what took her out.
Oh, and we have Zethox on the Tracer. Definitely going to try and poke out that Sojourn.
Yeah, Shades of Maynut, the green DPS, known for selecting Tracer once in a while. Arcadia pushing this back towards their direction. Marywood garnering 43.92 meters of territory. Probably not going to be enough. At the end of the day, they're going to want to push that a little bit farther, unless we see a very low scoring map here on Low Queen Street. Zethok takes the Otters. DPS on DPS action.
Also, looking at the ult charge on Marywood, Krimiza has had that ult even before Zethox got Tracer ult, which is one of the cheaper ults to earn. And Marywood has almost all of their ults. So I'm definitely expecting to see an ult fight at some point.
Yeah, definitely. As Soko does get Joss, looks like Marywood might have to, get together as a team. Krimiza takes out Hulu before going down himself. Soko. Yeah, like you said, ult dominance from Marywood. You expect to see those come up at some point soon. Maybe once the whole team can get together for a push back. Arcadia, pausing that robot movement for a little bit at 57 meters.
And I would like to point out, with the Lucio not being here, Arcadia does not have many defensive ults. They only have the Wu Yang ult, and that protects one person. So if we see a big grab by Jayla, we can see a lot of combos with any of the team members, and Arcadia doesn't really have a good answer for that.
And we'll hope those are successful for the Pacers. Jayla nearing that Zarya ult. He's still holding those other than the Zethox. Krimiza takes out Catboy. But Arcadia catching up in the ult game. 3 of them holding. Jayla takes others out of the game. He was one of those ult holders. Although that Venture ult comes out, takes Zethox, Soko gets Joss. Icing gets one of his own on the Venture. But likely not going to be just enough, as we are at an exact high, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. That is very insane. It doesn't mean Marywood will have to push it further, because Arcadia got there first, which means if it goes to time, they technically win. So they do just need to push it, even if it's 0.01 meter more.
It looks like they're going to have to push it a little bit more than that, because Arcadia is back on the offensive.
Krimiza with the Sojourn diff, and then also hitting the Venture. Jayla getting the pick on the Juno. Arcadia's down 3. Down 4 now.
That Kiriko.
That is the team down.
A fantastic team fight there for the Pacers. That Kiriko ult going out.
I'm wondering if that's going to be our play of the game. Krimiza definitely popping off there, getting, I believe, 3 kills, maybe 4. So, definitely a great showing.
For sure, and all while holding 3 of those ults still. As Turtle Fountain has something to say, apparently. We'll wait on that comment. Cthulhu taking Jayla out of the game. Well, clearly Turtle Fountain can comment. He's whizzing the room. As Arcadia able to take control of this robot once again.
Great pick by Krimiza.
Another Sojourn diff in that quite often this game so far is his health getting dangerously low. Saved by his support. Dyson on that DPS Moira, taking Catboy down. Wizard getting Cthulhu, and the Tide's swinging once again in the Pacers' favor.
Marywood finally capping this point, and just look at Marywood's side right now. 4 ults and halfway to the 5th one. Meanwhile, Arcadia only has the Wu Yang ult, and is at the next highest is Venture at 67%.
Yeah, that was a slow but steady there for the Pacers, kind of getting the Arcadia Knights one by one. Able to mount an attack here as they start pushing now, and this is where you want your money to be made.
Catches the Queen in the ult, and the Zarya Pulse Bomb combo completely deletes Sopoke. Krimiza getting a pick on the Wu Yang, and then again, icing 96, getting in there and meleeing the Venture.
Very effective ult usage there for the Pacers, able to take down a few of Arcadia's players.
And even then, I would say they're still winning this ult advantage because they have a support ult, a DPS ult, and they're coming up on another support ult. So, definitely looking to be in their favor.
Definitely holding it for now as Icing backs away from the fight, trying
Ult to save that Zarya.
Jayla does a great job of it. It's Sopoke now with the ult. A great few seconds here for Icing, really being the first team, although Otters takes out a couple. Sojourn ult pop for Krimiza, gets 2.
Yeah.
What else can Sojourn do for the Pacers? It's
a third. You see there, Krimiza on a 15 kill streak. Unfortunately goes down, but they have definitely made a lot of progress, and they still have the Kiriko ult. But now you see Arcadia, they have a lot of ults in the tank to try and push this.
Yeah, the Tides have turned here in the ult game, and in terms of just dominance on the map is Sopoke really showing up there, saving Arcadia all by themselves in a way, able to take down Jayla in the 1v1 after basically everybody from both teams was dead. Yeah, like you said, 4 ults built now for Arcadia, but they've got to start pushing this quickly. A couple go down.
Well, Marywood gets 3 picks. 4! Can we see the team kill onto the Venture? No, Venture, notoriously slippery character.
Yeah, Venture fleeing.
Oh, and the Venture goes down.
Death Thoughts gets the finisher. Of course, Tracer's able to catch up. That's Tracer's whole thing.
We did use Kiri ult there, but I would say that was well worth it. Definitely getting a team kill, basically. Jayla with an ult. Wonder if she's looking for a big one. And she gets a huge one. And a huge pulse bomb by Death Dog.
Death Thoughts on a reign of terror. We hear it sheer from the facility. And that's super important because we look at that Arcadia ult. All of them are gone. Venture uses his. We'll see if it holds up. Sopoke down. Catboy gets Death Hawk.
Yeah, and it's like I was saying, they didn't have any support ults that are very good at on specifically defense, and Marywood capitalizing on that tremendously with the fattest pulse bomb I've seen in a while.
And if that's not play of the game, then we need to speak to the Blizzard, the developers, because that's absolutely insane. Arcadia still pushing this back, got all of their team members on that robot. Interested to see them still able to push this after what just happened to their entire team.
Yeah. And even then, Marywood again is up on this ult game. I feel like that's been the deciding factor here. They are constantly ahead of Arcadia on the ult.
We hardly even need them though. Jayla taking out 2 without the help of one. Icing and Krimiza getting in on the action as well. Deathhawks gets that trace rolled again. We saw what happened last time. The Pacer is able to stymie Arcadia. Now going into overtime. Arcadia with a long way to go, and Otter's Fallen is not going to help that issue.
And Deathox again has another tracer roll already. That was I think like about a minute to get tracer ult, which is absolutely insane.
Building that so quickly.
Queen
Icing.
last one on point. She
Jayla
goes down. I don't think they get a touch because they don't have a Lucio, and they take map 2.
Really great work from everybody.
We hear Harley popping off in the other room.
Classic. That's generic as there it is. It should be. It should. Come on. Come on, Blizzard. And it looks like it is going to be. They've got it right. Finally. Just a not maybe not dominant, but a really, really great showing from the Pacers in the second half of New Queen Street. We see everybody contributing. DPS Moira showing up. Jayla showing up. Kamiza showing up. Zethos really showing up. Joss showing up. Everybody aiding the Pacers to take that convincingly, and that's exactly what they need to reset momentum, get something going back in their favor. And this is already going better than it did in the regular season. You know, Arcadia 3-0, and that's out of the cards now. You know, best either team can do is 3-1. As Noah sneaks into the screen, he is absolutely shocked.
There's our Moira right there.
He hops along. We've already got that cutout. Shout out to Turtle Fountain on the broadcast, and he has disappeared off. Oh no, he's back! Wow! Oh my goodness, he's
so fast.
This is unbelievable speed.
It's like he's Moira fading in real life.
Noah might have to challenge Usain Bolt for title of fastest man in history. That performance. He doesn't even have legs. He's just a torso, an arm, and a surprised face. He is coming up and down to the screen.
Yeah, and if you're the Pacers, you are definitely feeling confident right now. Like, better, they're doing better than they did against Arcadia the first time they played, and with what I would argue a fairly dominant performance there, they've got to feel good going into this next map.
Definitely, and Turtle Fountain accidentally tanking the screen in this very professional broadcast. Noah took us all out, just like he was taking out Arcadia. Hopefully we get a little bit shorter of a break here, as it looks like something is being steamed up to my left. So we'll wait to see what that necessarily. There's some whispering happening. That's never a good sign. We still wait. Looks like Arcadia is all in the lobby still, so that's a positive sign. You know, better than last time. Although I'm sure, they might not mind all crashing. I'll give them a little bit of a regroup after that.
They're talking about sound effects
going on behind the scenes. Yeah, YouTube.
Emily just as surprised as Noah is. Hands on the head.
Something's going to be played shortly.
I think I see Mortal Kombat, but I'm not entirely sure.
You do see Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
You see Ultimate Mortal Kombat. And I see Toasty next to it, as we are now getting a sound effect downloaded, it appears.
So if a random sound effect pops up, that is not our doing.
It is all on Turtle Fountain. All of the goofiness you've seen is
always
on Turtle Fountain. If you get angry, anybody get angry at Turtle Fountain. I cannot stress that enough.
We're trying to be professional here.
Absolutely, professionalism is our top priority. If you have any complaints about the maturity levels of this stream, please direct them to Harley Adler, the director of this program.
AKA Extra Generic.
Exactly. AKA the coach of this Marywood Gold team. And they're doing a good job bringing the players in, keeping them positive, coming in through this tough matchup with Arcadia. This 1-1, it's the best of 3 now. It's like those first 2 games didn't really happen. Both teams took a map. You maybe see if Coco doesn't DC on point 2 of Legion. Maybe you see Arcadia take that 2-0 instead of 2-1. But here, straight, you see Marywood take that like 107-68 or something like that. Very, very, very in control there.
And I wonder if we're gonna see Marywood try and just like completely shut out Arcadia. They only need 2 more maps, and the Venture and Junker Queen were definitely 2 of the like hardest hitters on Arcadia's team. So if they ban one, win it, ban the other, win it, they're on to the finals.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely try to rein in those expectations a little bit.
And we are on we're on Kings Row. Definitely a fan favorite map. Um, there's the sound effect.
It is.
I wonder if we are gonna see a certain character by Kremiza, a character that I know they've been playing a lot recently. That being the Hanzo. So I'm interested to see if
I'd like to see that big old dragon ult come out on
True.
Kings Row. Kings Row.
And plus the Zarya ult, Grav Dragon, tried and true combo, as old as like Overwatch 1. So if we can get another big ult combo with Zarya Grav, it'll be very cool to get on stream.
Yeah, let's hope so. And let's hope that Kings Row, the memories are a little bit more positive this time around. This time last week, see Green unfortunately fall in map 5 on Kings Row, just falling short of that reverse sweep. As I've been downgraded to about 24p. Again, probably beneficial for everyone watching at home, because I'm now back. What's up, fellas? As I was saying, Kings Row plays a heartbreak last week. We can be, not the happiest map ever, because it's not like you can win the series outright in this map,
Mm-hmm.
but you can take a lead.
Definitely, and winning 2 maps back to back, that would put Marywood in a great spot for that 4th map.
Absolutely, as we see the Pacers now on the blue side here.
Emily, did we get bans?
Turtle Fountain again, and a little more attention.
Okay.
All right, Zarya ban.
Look.
We get.
Oh, I wonder if we banned. I don't know. But we did see Kremiza on that Hanzo, and we saw the Shimada brothers there. Zethox on the Genji, another like Maynut classic as well. So I guess Flex DPS think alike.
Yeah, we're kind of looking at like the power of friendship type beat. We saw Jayla on that Diva, Sopoke on the tried and true Junker Queen. Unless that gets banned off, I think we're probably going to see Sopoke on that the entire time. For what it's looked like so
until Marywood decides to ban Junker Queen.
As we are getting right back into this, never mind, we're paused again. Looks like one of the Marywood staff
Pause.
was spectating the wrong team, which would warrant a pause for sure. As that same problem popped up again. So hopefully we will be able to move into this match relatively quickly. Don't have to take another extended break. We will see. This definitely seems like a problem that's easier to solve than the last one. We still do await. Timer ticking down. Hopefully we are good now.
And it looks like we are seeing the same comps. Like you said, Marywood definitely switching it up here to play more around that Diva with the Genji for a dive.
For sure. And then on the side of Arcadia, seeing pretty standard. Catboy still on that Kiriko. Soto back on the Lucio. Thulu now on the Symmetra. That's not Symmetra.
Sombra.
Sombra. Yeah, both S's. I was almost there.
You were close.
As looks like it's going to be Arcadia on attack first, I believe. Pacers defending this cute little rectangle. Definitely have the advantage off rip. Able to just sit there and defend a little spot. Arcadia having to push through a choke point as Custodo immediately goes pretty low health-wise. Krimiza already building that Hanzo ult up to 31%. Halfway now. Falling not just yet. Krimiza does go down. Otter's Goko taking out a couple Pacers there. Both DPS gone for Marywood. Jayla falls as well, just leaving the supports left alive.
Both supports fighting for their life up on the high ground. It looks like they are going to cap this point.
Yeah, supports, you're not expecting them to be able to 2v5. Weren't able to there. They do live to fight another day. A pretty quick checkpoint capture for Arcadia. Definitely quicker than Marywood would have liked. But still, plenty of time to get that defense reset. They did another fight here. Jayla pushed up to Hulu, going down to Ice in 98.
Yeah, and we've seen Marywood, both Marywood teams kind of known for being able to hold this hallway. We've seen Green do it time and time again. Open for some of that luck for gold. Deathhawk's unfortunately going down, but Jayla taking out the Kiriko. Definitely a big target. And a great headshot by Krimiza onto the Sombra.
Yeah, Cthulhu going down a couple of times earlier here. The Dragon does come out for Krimiza. Does anybody go down? Doesn't appear to be. That Lucio and Moira ults built for both teams. More chip damage here. Nobody's really going down just yet. I'm probably a caster curse. The entire team fueled up for Arcadia. Catboy gets his ult. See what happens that here.
Joss almost has Kiri ult as well. Wonder if we'll see a big Diva ult here.
Not necessarily.
Doesn't catch anyone. She's going for a crush, but unfortunately dies before she can get it. Krimiza also going down, and Joss also going down.
Yeah, Otters with a nice couple of takedowns for Arcadia, who, this is looking eerily similar to what happened to Green last week. It's just very, very effective offense for the other team. 3 ults built on the side of Arcadia. Otters really starting to heat up now. You wish you see a little bit more from them early couple rounds, but Krimiza getting Cthulhu early. See if we can kind of, shift the tide a little bit for the Pacers. Get some momentum on the side of Marywood as that Kiriko ult goes out. Arcadia still holding theirs for now. See when those get unleashed. 2 DPS and a paint. Jayla getting pressured here. Trying to survive in that Diva. Gets hacked.
A big EMP by the Sombra. And 2 go down plus the Diva mech. And now the Diva. Krimiza fighting for their life. Just trying to make sure no Sombra jumps up there onto them.
Yeah, we do see a couple of those Arcadia ults go down. So, Mary won't have to worry about those other than that J2 ult. But Arcadia definitely advancing farther than the Pacers would like initially. Reza builds their ult up to 100%, so we've got the Hanzo available.
And we see the Moira ult countered by the Lucio ult again. Marywood definitely has to stay onto that point.
Krimiza goes down. Jayla and Icing get one. That Junker Queen ult gets Joss after a Kiriko trade.
Oh, that Sombra is so low. Unfortunately, hacks Jayla. We see Krimiza switching the Genji, hoping to get there fast. Fortunately, Arcadia caps with 3 minutes, 39 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, Jayla, unfortunately, unable to hold out just long enough for Krimiza to get back. Really an impossible task to ask of her. Arcadia get the job done there with 3:39 to spare. The Marywood definitely hoping now to force that overtime. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. Overtime is, when that sparkler's counting down. What is the extra round afterwards? Is the tiebreaker? Would it be?
Basically, so
Tiebreaker.
We're getting a pause for Marywood. If both teams reach 3, it just goes to basically another round of this. And then if both teams get to 6-6, I believe it just ends in a draw.
Gotcha. I think what happened last time for Green was who they played. Huntington. They had both teams got 3 checkpoints, but Huntington got there like 5 minutes left to spare, I believe, and Green getting there in overtime. So Huntington on the offensive only had to grab 1 quick checkpoint, won that game there. As generic, we saw a call for a tactical timeout. Probably a good usage of that for the Pacers. All the momentum from New Queen Street kind of gone in a flash. A very effective offensive for Arcadia. Rally the troops again. Tell everybody, hey, lock in. We got this. We can fight with these guys. We've seen a lot of effective offense on Team Zero in the last couple of weeks. Let's just continue that trend here. If we can get those 3 checkpoints with a decent amount of time left, give ourselves a bit of a fight, anything can happen, really.
Yeah, definitely. And I wonder if we're going to see any swaps for Marywood there. Definitely trying a new approach to this match, and it is unfortunately not working out very well. But I wonder if they're just going to stick with it. And they're running a pretty offensive team with their dive, so I wonder if they're going to be more in their element on the offense.
Yeah, you'd think so. Pairing that offensive grouping of characters with obviously attacking the checkpoint. We still waiting for this tech pause. What? Alright, as it does appear, comms coming in from Turtle Fountain that the Marywood tank Jayla disconnected. You still wait to get back in here?
Oh, sorry, the DBS.
Wait, Marywood CPS?
Our DBS.
Okay.
Sorry.
Here's S'more, who has not seen gameplay just yet. Leaving Jayla still in there. Just a slight miscommunication for Turtle Fountain, unfortunate on that end. But it's okay. Look at some really beautiful art pieces scattered around the desk in front of me. A nice crown, some papers there. A fun ball. Show this ball off, yeah. Look at this. Look at this contraption. It goes in and out. Absolutely.
That's awesome.
We get into this game here. That ball is falling on the floor. All Turtle Fountain's fault, none of my fault.
No.
Sure.
Turtle Fountain now.
And we are seeing Jayla on the Winston, leaning even more into that dive comp with Winston Genji. And then even Moira can dive in pretty effectively. And then Krimiza switching off of the Hanzo to their favored Sojourn.
This will be fun to watch for sure. Behind the scenes, a little update. A switch of observers. So Turtle Fountain, unfortunately, free to do whatever she pleases now, which will be bad news for me. We are starting to get in here. She is turned deviously towards me, really trying to impact the production level negatively. It appears that she's 18 ranked right now. As we get another pause coming in here.
Looks like S'more was on the wrong team for spectating, which obviously would give Marywood a huge advantage if they had someone in the facility spectating the other team. So
yeah.
I understand the reason for the pause.
Yeah, that would be as Turtle Fountain appearing to signal that she has dropped the ball. Dropped something. She has, as I am really, really struck hard by that. Wow.
Trying to be so professional, and
Turtle Fountain very abusive. I mean, that's not. He was punching me earlier. She's taking my drink again. I mean, this is a 37-year-old. Turtle Fountain's parents, I know you're watching. Please stay. Please help. You're very nice people. Turtle Fountain is not that nice to me.
No. Don't listen to him.
He clamors online, but you've seen proof firsthand right now. We wait for, again, a spectating issue the second time. I've been struck in by an empty water bottle. That one definitely a little less impactful than having a ball thrown at the back of your neck.
Let, let's take a look at what's over here. We got this long Piplup pillow. Oh, and we are good to go. That's the thing. We just gotta pull something off the desk, and then we're good.
We are getting straight into this here on the
already hitting Otters pretty low.
Yeah, both times here, Arcadia kind of getting out to a poor start. They do get Jayla though. Cthulhu on the Sombra still. Otters chipping in, gets Joss. Couple Pacers down fairly quickly.
Krimiza sneaking around, gonna try and get a pick on somebody. Unfortunately runs into the pocketed Sojourn. Not going to end very well for them.
Yeah, it does fall down to Otters there. Looks like Krimiza ran into the entire squad. There was only a couple, but it's a couple. It's like a lot, a very tight hallway.
Yeah.
Arcadia holding strong to start here. Obviously, getting to that third checkpoint with 3.5 minutes left. Pacers, there's not much pressure right now, but they do want to give themselves the best shot they can should this map go to the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Josh
and Jayla both go down.
Unfortunate starts for those two so far.
I wonder if we're going to see a switch from Jayla, maybe back to the Diva, because it seems like every time she dives in, Arcadia is just waiting there with the Junker Queen. And we do see the switch back to the Diva.
We'll see if this can be a little bit more effective for the Pacers, who do need to start getting this ball moving. Trying to get on the offense.
With a good pick on the Sombra, that was definitely shutting down Jayla a lot. So now that threat is eliminated. Going to be a lot better of a time for Jayla. As you can see, fighting on that point with no fear of being hacked.
For sure, it's a Sojourn old unlocked for Krimiza. See what they can do with
it. With Disruptor Shot.
Yeah, they don't need it.
Lucio beat, and was not the greatest beat because they are still losing this point.
Yeah, dominant now from the Pacers. They've really stepped it up. Jayla getting into the action, taking out Slowpoke in a taint-on-taint battle. As it does look like the Pacers are going to capture this first checkpoint. They can now move to escorting the payload. Little Fountain filming me and Pretzel to my right. Without consent, this is unbelievable. Goodness me. The ult battle pricing up here a bit. Everybody close on Marywood other than Jayla. Everybody close for Arcadia other than Castodo.
And I would argue that Lucio ult is more impactful than Jayla, the Diva ult. So this is definitely a good place to be in Marywood, having both support ults. Both Kirikos popping their ult in the same row. Two going down on each side. Marywood their DPS, but Arcadia both supports going down. So it's going to be definitely difficult to try and keep the Junker Queen up. But she does have some self-sustain. So
as Jayla goes down, Arcadia placing a lot of value into that team fight, using all of their ults, but Slowpoke does go down here. Krimiza gets back into the fight. Still holding that Sojourn ult, as is Genji. Hates the Sombra. Marywood getting some momentum built back once again. Yep. Definitely leading the ult battle right now.
Jayla coming up onto the Diva Bomb. Not so much used offensively as people typically think, and people will typically use it as just a second life. So as long as that Junker Queen doesn't get very close to her as she's ulting, it's like a second life. Krimiza with 2 picks using the Sojourn ult. Almost gets a third. Does get a third. Jayla with another kill. 4 down in Arcadia.
And Castodo very low, does get saved a little bit here, but a great play there from Krimiza. Pushes the Pacers to that second checkpoint. They've got just over 3.5 minutes left. Get to that third checkpoint and force a tiebreaker, but a great play there from Krimiza. We see that Sojourn ult come off. It's 3, Jayla chipping in as well. Only Castodo surviving as the Pacers still pushing pretty far here. This checkpoint, a massive team fight as I'm hand-delivered a very beautiful drawing from Turtle Fountain. So we'll show the broadcast soon, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now. As the Genji ult might come out, no, gets taken out by Custodo.
We have a Diva Bomb, gets a pick on the Kiri. That's a huge pick.
You said it's not used offensively too much. It was there just a little bit. As Cthulhu takes Tremiza's life. A couple ults now built for both teams. Does look like Arcadia is a little bit closer overall. Pretty big fight here still coming out. It's been a lengthy one. Both teams really trying to just find something they can do.
And it looks like they know this this Junker Queen has ult because they were just kind of staying up there on the high ground trying to avoid it. Unfortunately, as they drop, Junker Queen takes 2, gets a 3rd. Zethox is trying to run away, but unfortunately gets caught by the Junker Queen knife.
Yeah,
Noah
that's
just hiding by a phone booth, waiting for the team to come back so they can push this. Zethox switching back to the Reaper. We saw how dominant this was first map, even though they unfortunately lost. This is definitely a good sign.
yeah, for sure. As we said, Zethox getting that triple, that quad kill last time out.
Both Kiris popping ult at the same time. Zethox almost gets the Sojourn. Is on 10 HP. Gets healed up.
Dyson taking one out. Jayla does go down to Sopo. As I was saying, Sopo maybe getting a potential play the game. That play earlier. We will see if Pacers are able to force something. Icing goes down to the Kiriko.
Kremisa does have ult. We've seen the past ult that they used. It was very impactful, getting 2 with the ult and lowering someone else to get a 3rd pick. So I wonder if we're gonna see. Oh, and a huge headshot on the Kiriko. Pops ult. Almost gets that Lucio.
Unfortunately, that ult a little bit less effective this time around. Sopo taking Kremiza out before they can really get going. Zethox in a world of hurt right now. Also dealing some damage though. Awful Arcadia players taking out a few Pacers. Zethox unable to hold on. Sopo doing a lot of damage to that Junker Queen, and Arcadia staving off this Pacer attack. So far, Marywood still a good bit of space to make up. And with just 10 seconds left now and counting, we're going to have to go to overtime if we want to get it done.
Unfortunately, a big ult, but Sopoke and the Lucio go down. Huge ult by Zethox.
Getting a couple and then getting Cthulhu as well.
Piece.
Marywood are making
Kremisa gets the Sojourn diff. That's a team kill.
a lot of momentum here. And they get it done. It's a little too close to call right now, but they're pushing that hard. Just a couple meters left.
We're gonna get a touch, unfortunately. Lucio pops ult. But Icing 98 also popping ult. Fury ult is coming up online. It is active. They get 3. Kremisa goes down. That's a 4th. And that's a 5th. That is a team kill. They capture in the overtime. Definitely going to be still a difficult fight. But they have a chance.
Absolutely great stuff from the Pacers there. A humongous final push. But it's not over yet, and this is very, very similar to what we saw last week. Turtle Fountain once again celebrating very crazily. Unfortunately, did curse the Pacers a little bit last time. We'll see if that same thing reigns true. I've been another ball's thrown at me. This one a little bit less hurtful. You did hurt me the first time, but it's okay. As, like you said, tiebreaker time on Kinsra.
Yeah, looks like Marywood sticking with that comp they had on last point. Zethox finally deciding it's time to bring out the Reaper, and boy did he showed up.
I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, I think Arcadia just has to capture this first checkpoint. If it's anything like the last time, all they need to do is get this first checkpoint in the 3.5 minutes they are allotted. And all I've seen on Teams Bro is the attacking team basically doing everything they possibly can every time, regardless of the school, regardless of anything that's happened elsewhere. Attack has been really, really effective for both teams. So now, giving Arcadia the chance to attack here, see what happens. And a slow start for the teams in the first couple rounds. Pacers definitely want to continue that trend, though. A couple Arcadia Knights pushed in already through this back corner. Fight still coming out. Deathbox coming down.
Deathbox with a pick on the Lucio. Huge pick. Constantly speeding up that Junker Queen, which is why she's so oppressive in this comp. So, getting that pick. Krimiza with 2, and Deathbox with another. That's a great first fight by them.
Absolutely. No Pacers dying there. No poke going down on the Arcadia side. That Sojourn ult building a little more than anybody else on the side of Otters so far. Arcadia, though, with a lot of time left, they'll be able to regroup, be able to send in a couple more team fights. Krimiza getting some chip damage in, taking some themselves as well. Keep pushing here. Arcadia still trying to play with the plan.
I like this flank by Zethox, trying to get up on this high ground and get someone. Oh, and TPs into the entire team. Very unfortunate. Zethox and Icing both go down. Jayla goes down as well, out of tank. They need to touch the point here.
Krimiza falls there. Arcadia building, and they do get that first checkpoint. Arcadia takes control and takes victory on Kinsrow. Saw that play attempt from Icing 98 actually getting this play of the game. Cue the Noah. Icing, here he is, the man of the hour. Does get on the kill sheet there. Might have had a couple other assists. Icing very excited. Would be a little more excited, though, for that individual play. Pacers were able to eke it out. We're not able to do just that. As they now face 2-1 deficit. That's against the wall. No more lives left to give away. See what they can do coming in to map 4.
Definitely. And Marywood, even though they're down, I wouldn't say they're in a terrible spot. The Zarya's already been banned once. The Sojourn's already been banned. So those are 2 really strong players. And the Reaper. So that core DPS that Krimiza and Zethox are running, that's not going to be changed or impacted by any bans. And Jayla can consistently stay on that Zarya now that she's been banned once. Meanwhile, they have not banned the Junker Queen yet. So we might see a Junker Queen ban next map, or if they are very confident, they'll try and win next map and ban Junker Queen final map.
I would expect Junker Queen to be banned here. You definitely could hold on to that for that, humongous map 5, but personally I wouldn't want to risk it, especially if they're going to a map where Junker Queen is very viable.
Definitely.
Absolutely not down and out. A very, very, very close game there. The tiebreaker won relatively convincingly by Arcadia. But effective offense for both teams. We'll take just a slight break here to show this brilliant drawing that I received from Turtle Fountain. It is a beautiful cat, bear-like creature. I believe it's a cat. We will say it is a cat. Unfortunately, the Turtle Fountain's just asked you drew it, to be quite frank. As does look like it's going to be Marywood using the map and the fan. Here, wait on that call. Much generic. I mentioned a lot of stuff being available for Marywood at least. I've received a very hurtful drawing from Turtle Fountain. I'm not sure if I can make it for the rest of this broadcast. Both teams remain Pacers keeping what's been working for them. Overall, not really a surprise there. Got generic turning into a bit of a pirate saying, aye. You work as an esports director. Calm down, guys. Keep drawing now. Stay here.
And the map being Saravasa, typically known as a very strong Junker Queen map. So I'm expecting to see the Junker Queen banned this time around.
I'm very excited for Saravasa. It's my favorite map in Overwatch. I do not know the names of many, but I like this one a lot. And I heard Green Team never lost on Saravasa.
They have not.
Hopefully Gold is in a similar situation. Another draw in Turtle Fountain's very eager for me to show this one off. It's a thin. I'm not even sure what this could possibly be, to be honest with you. Oh, she's got it tattooed on her body. Absolutely brilliant. It looks like some sorts.
I heard from behind the scenes, the bands are Ana and, of course, the Junker Queen. Arcadia definitely in a tough situation here with their bans, because they don't really have anyone they want to ban. Ana's not typically... Gold doesn't play Ana very often, and they don't want to ban the Kiriko, because both teams have been loving that Kiriko. I actually think Arcadia is probably going to wait to ban that Moira next map. So that's probably what they're saving it for.
Yeah, Arcadia, on a little bit of a different situation than Marywood. They know worst case scenario they are going to map 5, so they can hold a ban for then. Especially knowing that hey, our best character is not allowed. This map.
Yes.
So I assume they're hoping that they can get the win right here. But if it doesn't, they're going to have an advantage in the next map.
Oh, actually, I wonder. They banned Ana. I have a feeling Arcadia might be running some form of dive, or maybe just Roadhog. Because with that Ana ban, just a really strong counter against characters like Roadhog and Winston and those like dive characters. So I wonder if we're going to be seeing that come out from Arcadia.
We'll see if Pretzel's theory is correct in just about a dozen seconds. I'd like to see a little bit of Roadhog action. I think it'd be fun. I don't know if you generally see Roadhog too often around these parts.
Honestly, I don't know if they would run Roadhog specifically because Marywood has the Sojourn, and we do see the Roadhog come out from Arcadia.
There is the Roadhog. You see Grimiza and Zethox on the Symmetra, and Reaper, Jayla on Zarya, Joss, and Icing on Kiriko. Moira. As for Arcadia, as you said, Sopoke on the Roadhog. The support, same as usual. Catboy and Custodo on Kiriko and Lucio. Venture back for Cthulhu and Otters on the Torador as yet
as
another
Arcadia calls another pause.
Just it's tradition at this point between every single map. We wait to see what this one was for.
Yeah. We did see the Grimiza on the Symmetra. I'm wondering if they are going to switch back to Sojourn. Symmetra, not a character Grimiza is typically known for, but is fairly strong on this point specifically. So we might be seeing a switch. We might see Grimiza just stick it out on Sojourn or on Symmetra.
Yeah, we will see, and we'll see a lot of Tates to see. This pause still not a reason given just yet. I'm sure that will come very shortly.
And even though Jayla very comfortable on that Zarya, we might just see her switch to the Diva, because Diva is also very strong into Roadhog, kind of denying the value he gets from his books by just defense matrixing your teammate. So we could see a lot of switches happening for Marywood, specifically against this Roadhog.
It did look like that was a very short tech pause for Arcadia, who is back and ready. Start to get both teams moving on here. Flashpoint round, so relatively even standing here to start off with. About a few seconds left. Fighting already happening here. Nobody able to capture that flashpoint just yet, but very shortly that will open up. Both teams will be trying their hardest to get in early, take advantage of that. Getting a good start here on Saravasa. That Torbjorn turret, that 4 soul goes down first like it always does.
And Jayla being very smart with her bubbles, saving at least one denying that Roadhog hook, because as soon as he hooks them, just bubble them and they're safe for a little bit. And Marywood takes the first point, or takes the first fight. Unfortunately, Arcadia does get 25%, but Marywood definitely in a good position here.
Absolutely. Marywood's okay with sacrificing a bit of percentage.
And look at these our DPS ults, by the way. Very far ahead of Arcadia's ults. Zethox almost at both DPS almost at 70%. We might see some ults this first fight. Zethox with a pick on the venture, gets hooked, but saved by the bubble.
Yeah, Marywood really strong start here, already over 50% and counting.
Yeah,
as Sopote again going down. This Roadhog pick really not working out for Arcadia just yet. Jayla and Icing getting in on the fun.
But I don't even know how many tanks Sopoke knows how to play. I've heard that they're just a Junker Queen one-trick. So maybe Roadhog's the only other option they have to play, and if so, I think Marywood's going to have a very good time throughout this map.
And Arcadia as a whole not having a good time in this first fight. Trying to force overtime. Marywood really building these ults very effectively. See if they can make one final push. Got a few bodies on the
huge grab. I wonder if we're going to see... We do see Krimiza ult gets 3 with that ult. A huge ult by the Sojourn. And if you're Arcadia here, what do you think's running through your mind? Like, Marywood's just kind of like countering your entire comp. It's got to be like definitely devastating to your mental.
Definitely, it's not necessarily. I'd just say it's a go next mentality. Not necessarily for the next map, but just you got a few more points to fight here. Absolutely not the way they would have wanted that first point to go for. They've got some ults left here. Sopoke unleashing the Roadhog ult, taking some damage.
I wonder if we're going to see a big Reaper ult. Unfortunately, gets booped away by the Roadhog.
Jayla going down early. That's good for Arcadia. Trade coming in here. Krimiza on both ends. Arcadia once again quickly building some percentage, but having a little bit of a better time in the actual fight. Just to start here, Icing being pushed back. Trying to heal his teammates. Jayla back into the fight, leading her squad. Couple ults for the supports on Marywood's side. Couple ults for Arcadia, both DPS and support.
We pop the Kiriko ult on Marywood's side and get a pick on the Torb. Kiriko, very low, goes down to Zethox, as does the Venture, and just a great defense, or offense by Marywood.
Yeah, fantastic teamwork from Zethox and Joss there. Them accounting for 3 of those kills. And again, just a great recovery job from Marywood. And they're already nearly at the percentage that Arcadia was at. Arcadia, a little bit of an ult advantage here. Torbjorn pulls his out. Krimiza gets Pistoto though.
Yeah.
Alder's falling again. Jayla, that ult really useless. Sopoke does get Joss. Sopoke.
Yeah. But you can really see the effectiveness of Sojourn against Roadhog. We are on the second point, not even captured yet, and Krimiza has already popped 2 ults. So, Roadhog, just a big damage sponge for both Sojourn and Reaper.
Yeah, Roadhog not having a good time, but Jayla definitely is on a bit of a kill streak here. Keeping some damage going. Marywood closing in on 100% for this flashpoint. They do get it. One more, and the Pacers will take victory on Siravasa. And it's pretty essential to get this one here. Go in with a lot of momentum for map 5. That Moira probably getting banned. But they're not really thinking about that just yet. You still got to win here.
Yep.
Arcadia not out. They're definitely down, but they're not out. Cthulhu, nearly out. Does stay alive for now.
And even though Arcadia might have that go next mentality, we see a huge grab. Huge team. Zethox on a 20 kill streak right now. Huge team kill. Just, wow. Great play by both of them.
Yeah, fantastic stuff there. I mean, that Reaper ult is absolutely devastating for Arcadia. It's been so multiple times, and that one maybe even better than the last, getting 3 himself. The other 2 Arcadia members falling as Marywood. It wasn't.
Now realizing maybe the Roadhog isn't the best.
Absolutely huge uphill battle. All of their health depleting very, very quickly. Icing does fall, but Halfboy goes down as well. Zethox, just another day at the office for him. Coach falling to guess who? It's Zethox again. Zethox again. Otters goes to Krimiza. And Zethox on the kill streak. This guy is having the time of his life right now. Marywood. Yeah, as this percentage just counts up and up and up, Marywood, they're feeling a victory now here on Saravasa. Just a few more seconds they have to hold, and they've been doing a dang good job of that so far.
It goes down, but still a very winnable fight for Marywood.
Absolutely brilliant stuff. Jayla gets a couple. Zethox on a 28 kill streak. We hear some screaming coming in from Metro Generic. Icing gets to Soto. And that's the icing on the cake here in Saravasa. Really, really, really strong stuff from Marywood. That's the most. That's the most dominant showing from either team so far. And yeah, what a shocker. Zethox gets to play the game. Who could have possibly seen that coming? The guy was on a 28-29 kill streak. Unbelievable on Saravasa.
Them immediately. Such an insane round. Even though Arcadia didn't have their main tank that they normally like to run, that was still an incredibly dominant performance by Marywood.
Absolutely.
They have to be confident going into that final map.
Absolutely was, and that's a really interesting way for map 4 to end. Is Marywood, as you said, absolutely dominant on a huge high right now, coming off that. But Arcadia also able to look at that and say, yeah, we didn't have Junker Queen. We didn't have the most important character for our comp.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be saying, who cares? Who cares about that? It's the only map that we've been dominated on. We didn't have Junker Queen. They're not going to have Moira next round. Absolutely going to have to be on watch for that Reaper, though, from Zethox.
Definitely.
I mean, maybe not putting the team on his back necessarily. Everybody doing their job there. But the star of the show in Saravasa was absolutely Zethox.
100%.
The only one not able to celebrate from inside the facility, unfortunately. Wherever he's at, I'm sure he's having a good time in there.
Mm-hmm.
Better time than Icing, who, again, doesn't exactly have any emotion from his player camp, apparently. Really an emotionless void. In real life, absolutely hype. But just a really, really great job on Saravasa.
Yeah, great performance. If I'm Marywood here, I'm wondering who I'm gonna ban because we've banned most of their 5, except for the Kiriko, but we definitely need the Kiriko if Moira's getting banned because Icing, a Moira Kiriko player, definitely does not want to be left without a support. So I wonder if we're gonna see maybe a ban on the Torbjorn. Arcadia hasn't played the Torbjorn much, but I think that's the only reasonable ban left.
If I was the Moira ban coming in as expected, this is the last map.
This is final map. Best of 5.
Yes.
3-3?
It's 2-2, Emily.
First of 3.
As Turtle Gun struggling with math a little bit, but that is A-OK.
Ooh.
This is match point for everybody at home wondering. It's 2-2, best of 5. Next team wins. This is just a best of 1 now.
Yeah.
If I was Pacers, I would probably play the smart play and ban Junkrat, probably the most OP character in the game.
I mean, he would get an advantage on this. Junkertown, definitely a interesting map. I wonder if we are going to see, it's been retired, but the Krimiza Widowmaker, a very strong character on this map specifically. So we might be seeing some Widowmaker.
Would like to see that. Do you know how good Gold has been on Junkertown? I feel like I haven't seen this map
What?
too often. Is Gold been successful on Junkertown? Is this a map that they like to play? Do you know,
I do not know.
Emily? You know if Gold likes Junker Fountain or not? Junkertown, Junker Fountain. Does Gold like Junkertown? Never played on Junkertown, so
Ooh.
unforeseen territory for Gold here. Not right. Gonna
They're
have
attacking first.
Arcadia on offense first after I loved my words grandiosely. There, had to use a big one to recover from that. The win on that ban. Looks like the roster is still the exact same. No subs coming in for either squad just yet. We did see a bit of a super sub last time out. Or hunted in. Not seeing that here. You do still wait to get into this a little bit. And this is unforeseen territory, not just for the map, but this entire gold team, I believe. I mean, this is new territory for everybody there. No one's ever been a winner go home situation in the playoffs like this. All the pressure on a group that I don't believe anybody had any experience. I think Joss did compete last year, but outside of her, everybody else.
I believe that's correct. Who's banned? Sim ban. Okay.
And that's probably, yeah, it's on art play. I've seen Marywood play for a couple times, but I assume Huntertown is relatively. Does Symmetra have that height advantage? I've kind of imagined her being good as up high.
Yeah. Junkertown also a pretty like corner heavy map, a lot of twists and turns. So she gets a lot of value out of her turrets. TPing. If they ran Symmetra, they could like TP Junker or Junker Queen to height, which could be really bad for them. So I can definitely see where the Symmetra ban comes from.
And hopefully it does work out for the Pacers. Hopefully they weren't really planning on using that Symmetra too much. Yeah, really a huge match coming in. We had a map 5 last week. We've got one this week. I said the pressure is on now for the Pacers. Very new roster. We'll see how they handle it. They handled it spectacularly on Cervasa last time out with a dominant 3-0 win on Flashpoint. This time, though, we don't have the map advantage. Evidently, Arcadia feels at least somewhat confident on Junkertown.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see how Marywood fares. We're, on this very biased broadcast, we're hoping that they are able to hold on here. But really, now it's just best of one, may the best team win.
100%.
And even if it doesn't work out for the gold team here, we obviously hope it does, but still a great showing compared to the regular season. We mentioned 3-0 sweep for Arcadia.
Mm-hmm.
At worst, it's 3-2 loss. At best, 3-2 win. They've still got next Thursday to look forward to. Obviously on Thanksgiving break, or Friday night, excuse me. On the 5th to look forward to for either the third place match or the grand final. We will find out in 20 minutes probably, unless we get hit with yet another pause, which it will be. It's happened every single time so far.
Yep.
They have gotten shorter and shorter, so maybe we don't have one this time out. But I am expecting to vote in, and just as we're getting going, somebody calls for something. We still wait readies from everybody involved. Turtle Fountain.
You getting any insight?
No insight.
No insight gathered from this
You're just sitting on the game pause menu.
very high risk play from Turtle Fountain, who is very excited to be on stream. Weird. Cycling through both cameras gives me a pair of devious bunny ears.
Oh, wait. Sorry, to copy this. There.
That is great.
Shout
Shout out to Taylor. for that one.
Very.
Still wait here a little bit. Hero bands being updated pretty slowly. Yeah, all the marbles right here. It is or go home, go on, or have not every season ended, but it's a little bittersweet to play for a third place match. I've had to do a couple of those in my lifetime. It's not fun. It does have a lot of ramifications for nationals at the end of the spring semester. You know, that could, winning that match could prove to be the difference, whether you continue your season into May or not. So it's very important. But hopefully the Pacers are getting ready for a more important grand finals in the next couple of weeks. We are going to be getting into Junkertown here.
Yeah. We heard Harley say, "Let's get this." So
yeah,
Marywood will definitely feeling hyped now.
That's generic. Yeah, if they're anything, they are hyped.
Oh, and we see. I don't know if this. Okay, maybe they were just messing around a little bit, but we did see the Mauga for Arcadia. Again, another like big-bodied character like Roadhog, but maybe they just don't like playing Junker Queen on first point, which definitely fair. It's a pretty long sight line, so Junker Queen, a short-range character, not really a fan of that.
Yeah, we got a little surprise sneak peek there. We'll see if they do hold on to that Mauga. And they do not. It is Queen back to standard for this final map from Izza, starting on the Sojourn, Racer, Zarya, Wu Yang, and Kiriko. For Arcadia, Venture, Sojourn, Junker Queen, Kiriko, Lucio. Pretty stock standard for everybody involved outside Moira, and we do see Kiriko switch for Ison instead of Joss. Joss switched onto that Wu Yan. Both teams getting ready here. I said Survivos was my favorite. I might say Junkertown is. A little biased towards that Junkrat action.
It's where you made your debut, Jack, on the National Overwatch season.
Hopefully it's the gold team's favorite match after they advance to the grand final on it. Arcadia, trying to move this payload. Get into things here. First team fight, the last game of the night. Really just chip damage. Arcadia.
Yeah. Junker Queen just rushing the high ground where everyone is. Jayla doing a pretty good job of keeping them at bay. She's a little low, but she's got both supports there to help her.
Yeah, Marywood very spread out here on defense. Arcadia very bunched up. We'll see if that proves well. Slowpoke does go down.
Great pick on the Junker Queen.
That's a huge start for the Pacers. That dominant tank from Arcadia down early. Otter's falling as well. Jayla on a rampage to start out on Junkertown. Health-wise, looking great for the Pacers. Otter's going to respawn here. Still pretty close to where he needs to be.
And like, look at the difference in ult charge between Otters and Kremiza. Kremiza just absolutely lapping Otters in ult charge. So definitely on a roll right now.
As Otters does get Jayla though. And it's already fallen. Soapboat getting nice in. Couple key components for Marywood going down early. Soapboat, as we would expect, to be on the left side of that kill sheet. As Arcadia, despite that initial victory for Marywood, pushing for this checkpoint, you'd expect the Pacers to jump on this and try to stop them, which they do. Otters getting hit a little bit, so does Catboy.
Good pick by Kremiza on the Venture.
That's Sojourn ult activated. Takes out Venture. As you said, Jayla taking Otters. Catboy to Soto trying to hold on for their dear lives.
Yang all onto the Lucio and the Junker Queen. They get the Lucio, they get the Junker Queen, and the Curie goes down. They live to see another day on this point. Marywood using 3 ults that fight. Arcadia definitely has the ult advantage here, but if you're Marywood, you're not mad. You're holding this first point very well.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a pure team fight. Everybody versus everybody for control there as the Pacers slowly pushing this payload back a little bit. Arcadia definitely eager to get back on. Try and control this, push it a little bit farther. As you said, the ult advantage technically in Arcadia's favor, though Kiriko lets one loose for Ison. Under Queen ult active, those Catboys. Nobody going down just yet. I'm sure that's a catch.
Junker Queen's so low. Jayla gets the Junker Queen. We've seen that Junker Queen's kind of the glue of this entire comp, so as soon as she goes down, seems like Marywood definitely does a little better. A Venture ult comes out.
Yeah, that Venture ult really spelling disaster for the Pacers. Arcadia does reach the first checkpoint. You said, Soapcoach really the MVP of this match for Arcadia so far. Not having the best individual representation so far on Junkertown, but the rest of his squad, Venture, Cthulhu specifically picking up the slack. Deathox with that Tracer ult, we saw what happened on New Queen Street. We'll try and replicate that. Couple ults though, Sojourn and Junker Queen for Arcadia, who is not wasting any time pushing this payload. Already halfway to the next checkpoint.
Definitely. And our DPS, they're absolutely rolling again like they were on Saravasa. I mean, this is Deathox's second ult in the bank. Krimiza's second ult in the bank. Like, they get 3 right here without even having to use either. So
Yeah.
even though Arcadia went into this having the ult advantage, Marywood is they're definitely pulling ahead right now.
Yeah, great fight there, as you said, keeping both those DPS ults. Junker Queen was activated, did not really do anything of note. So, huge positive for the Pacers there. We continue this fight on. Marywood pushing this payload back a little bit. That Lucio ult is grabbed, as well as the Wu Yang.
I wonder if we're going to see a fat pulls by Zethox here. Tries to sneak up on the Sojourn, gets the jump. She's so low. Fortunately gets healed.
And Krimiza taking out Cthulhu. While that was happening, Krimiza ult activated, gets Dodo. Will they get anybody else? They do. Soapcoach goes down. Jayla taking Otters. It's just, there's so much momentum on the side of the Pacers right now. They're winning all these team fights. Krimiza on a rampage. Really a DPS diff we're seeing right now. And that Sojourn ult well utilized. And Arcadia again forced to regroup. Only one ult. Another one close, just Kiriko ult. The Pacers with the advantage high ground. The next team fight starts now.
They force out Kiriko and Lucio ult, so after this fight, Arcadia's going to have 0 ults in the bank, while we still have both of our supports. Lucio goes down by Krimiza with the Disruptor shot. A big grab by Jayla, gets the Venture. Wonder if we'll get the Junker Queen here.
This fight definitely a little more neutral to start. Slowpoke very low though. And the Junker Queen goes down. Zethox with a huge kill there.
Great snipe by Jayla onto that Kiri.
Another one. Arcadia really putting their all into this fight, and it's just not working.
Goes down. One more team fight, and Marywood has both support ults and almost a Tracer ult in the bank. Meanwhile, Arcadia only has the Venture ult coming up online.
Yeah,
Venture goes down. It's only the Junker Queen ult if she can get it in time. But a big ult by Jayla, or by Josh on Jayla. Krimiza taking down the other Sojourn. Our Kiriko goes down, but gets all out in time.
Huge grab from Krimiza there. Jayla follows up again, and the Pacers. Will they? They do. The Pacers stomping Arcadia.
Great round 1.
Checkpoint on Junkertown. Really a great win there. It's not over yet, but they've put themselves in a fantastic position.
How excited do they look out there?
The vibes high for Marywood Gold, as they should be. They don't have to go too far to get to winning territory for this final map.
And if you're Arcadia here, you've got to be feeling pretty bad. Like, you just got your Junker Queen unbanned, and you got stomped, really. So, if you're Marywood, you're feeling very confident. Arcadia, they're probably not feeling that great.
Probably not, but you know they're probably saying, "Hey, like our attack wasn't great, but this Marywood roster is very inexperienced on Junkertown." And you know, attack has been difficult outside of Kings Row. You know, we'll see what happens here. Pacers definitely feeling optimistic. Looks like both teams keeping the same. No, Jayla goes.
Jayla on the Ramatra. I don't disagree with this pick. Ramatra has the giant sight lines. Oh, I think we're switching back. Okay. Oh, wait, maybe she was faking them out. She went up as Ramatra to the window and then switched to Zarya. They might be expecting the Ramatra there.
Yeah, we will see how this folds out. The first team fight gets underway, and I think this will be quite telling for how the rest of this round is going to go. As Cthulhu falls immediately
already down
to Jayla. Looks like that Zarya was a good choice.
Otters goes down.
DPS diff already showing itself.
Opoke trying to just jump Crimza. Lucio
awesome.
goes down. Junker Queen goes down.
Arcadia is going to have to regroup here. It's a horrendous start for the Knights. Halfway fallen as well.
Great first fight.
Absolutely dominant for the Pacers initially. Turtle Fountain getting all excited next to me. She is ready to watch the Pacers.
Again, look at our DPS ult difference. I mean, Premiza is just like absolutely gapping Otters right now. Over 3 times the ult charge. It's just insane.
Pacers already reaching.
Opoke realizing this Sojourn.
Premiza takes out Otters. Turtle Fountain nearly takes out the setup. Sopoke goes down. The Pacers dominating this second team fight. Everybody getting on the kill sheet. Joss goes down. Cthulhu, the only one left, but not anymore. The Pacers get this checkpoint.
Oh my god!
And they've got a lot of time now. Just under 5 minutes to go. Not a very far distance. And the way... Absolutely. The way this has been going, Arcadia, it's going to take a miracle for them to stop the Marywood Gold rampage. Absolutely. No one falling just yet. The Kirka ult is grabbed. Joss does fall down. Catboy low. Cremiza goes down though. Yeah, the ults are in a fantastic position here. The Pacers, but they're also in a much improved position for Arcadia. They've got, it's not going to take long for them to get all 5. And they've started to turn the tide here. Pacers, though, as we said, a lot of time. It's only really one team fight win. And they're really pushing hard to get this ticket to the grand finals.
Big choreograph.
Yeah, the Kirika ult also active there, as well as the Sojourn, so a couple ults used for Arcadia does seem to be worthwhile. Couple Pacers going down, and Marywood again gonna have to regroup. That Junker Queen ult climbs closer and closer. Marywood again stymied in the second team fight after that first checkpoint. And this is, I mean, this is nerve-wracking now. You know, Marywood, your momentum is gone. Arcadia, your momentum is building, but you really do not have any room to stumble. That Junker Queen ult does come, even ults for both teams. And this hold up, no icing goes down, but the DPS, both DPS for the Pacers. Alive, Cremiza, very, very dangerously low, does fall. Sopo gets it. Arcadia really trying to hold here. Turtle Fountain head in hands, and that's how I feel too. Sopo gets Death Ox, and the Pacers again probably going.
Wait, I thought playing. We're gonna have to. Yeah. Play.
Yeah, hopefully.
They're pushing 3 meters away.
And Jayla get it.
Stay on. Grab. If they capitalize on it.
Arcadia low, Sopo dangerously low, Cthulhu as well. Deathox does fall only 3 meters in a minute and a half. Jayla does fall, Sopo. Primiza, Sojourn ult active. What can they do with it? Unfortunately, not able to really get the best use out of that so far. There's a hit hard there. What can the Pacers do to recover this? All their momentum is gone, but there is still time. They do not have to push this very far. Arcadia.
Arcadia.
A couple knots. Sopoke alive still. Cthulhu gets Primiza. Cthulhu falls Zethox. It's a 1v1. We're both talking over each other. Joss goes down. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely unbelievable stuff. Sopoke does fall down. Zethox pushes it. Oh, but we're back on here. Do we get it? They do! Zethox on the Tracer 1v1. Lynches it for Marywood Gold. From Miza gets play the game, but realistically, it's a play the game for the entire team. Absolutely heart in mouth for the entirety of the last 5 minutes of this game.
I don't know if you can hear it in the mic. Overwatch Gold partying out there like crazy right now, as they rightfully should. An intense match, and they just absolutely.
Yeah, so those reactions so deserved. We said this is a team 4 of 5 players. It's their first time being in a situation even remotely like this. And with how that second checkpoint push was going, faltering like they did, able to recover there. And I mean, if Marywood's able to win this grand final, that Zethox play against Sopoke might go down in history here.
I mean, even then, this is still a huge accomplishment. I think this is the first time Marywood Gold has made it to finals. So they're on a record run right now in terms of Marywood history. So
and it does
even
look like
if they lose grand finals next match, or like next time they play, I would still be very happy if I'm in their position. They're playing amazingly, and they made grand finals.
Absolutely, and we are going to be grabbing somebody for a post-game interview. I think I'm going to hand this off to Pretzel for duties on that. My limited Overwatch knowledge will not allow me to ask very many great questions. But, I mean, overall, a fantastic game. We've got Icing coming in.
There he is!
Icing, take your seat right over here, Icing. Right over. Well, it's going to be Pretzel doing the interview. Pretzel's doing the interview. I'm handing it off. I'll step aside now as we let Icing talk through what just happened.
My heart is getting so quick right now. Lord. I didn't exactly. Yeah, I might not be able to see that.
What?
I might not be able to see it anymore.
Me either. My voice is tired.
Yeah. No. Now we can take first place.
Did you just mute me? Oh my god, my hair's a mess right now. Which chat?
I'm doing the interview, Jack said. 3-person.
3-person.
We got a try interview here.
There he is! Alright, so biggest question on my mind right now. What were you thinking going into Game 5, knowing they were going to ban Moira?
I was actually like kind of upset, but it's like I know. Sorry. It's like I know that I can perform better even without Moira, and I just wanted to give it 110%, give my all since this last match, and I was fully prepared to win.
Absolutely, you guys absolutely played amazingly, especially that performance on Sarabasa.
Yeah, that was
I
crazy.
bet the momentum after that map definitely helped to lead you guys to this win.
Absolutely.
So on that push on Junkertown after you got the first checkpoint, and you were rolling and you were 3 meters away from winning it all. And then Arcadia came back and they started to win those fights. What was going through your team's head? What were you saying in comms to try and get the momentum back on your side?
Um, like when we started losing those fights, I was getting worried. I'm like, please, I don't want to lose this. But I was like, everyone, we got this. All it takes is just one fight, and then we just all locked in, and we just absolutely beat them.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm like still shaking a little bit, but it's okay.
Very understandable. That was, I mean, we were shaking watching Zethox fight Sopo just
Yeah, it
alone.
was so crazy.
Yeah.
He did really good, especially like 1v1 in the like master tank. It was really good.
All right.
So,
Let's do it.
Actually, I'll save that one for the other team, or for the whole team. How do you think those scrims paid off? The in-house scrims against the Marywood Green team. Do you think that like really helped you guys take all those maps from Arcadia?
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like versing green, it was like it gave us the opportunity to verse people that are really good at the game, and then like once we go to fight Arcadia, they're not gonna be as good as the green team, so we're like nice and prepared to fight them. And I feel like we're just all prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I think that's the last question for Noah, and I think we're bringing the whole team in here.
Awesome.
we are. Would you like us to abandon our positions anyway? All right.
No, it's gonna get a little crazy in here, guys. I'm gonna move over to the side so someone can hop in here with me.
Well, I don't got no side to move to. I got a table. I got a table.
Yeah, unfortunately, we won't be able to interview Zethox. He is playing from home, but I can only imagine how happy he is right now and celebrating such an amazing win.
Yeah, and just looking forward here, like we said, St. Lawrence versus Waynesburg not happening until December 4th, one day before the final is scheduled for. St. Lawrence, though, a dominant team in Northeast State. They are 7-0 and went 21-0. They did not lose a map.
Oh,
they are on it. We will see.
And here they come.
Yeah, get in here, guys. Don't be shy. Yeah, don't be shy. We just won.
Oh, we've been saying that wrong all season. Yeah, it doesn't look like that. It's Bobby. I'm Bobby. Round of applause. Yay! Okay, now get out.
Alright.
Yeah, no way. Know where you're.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Alrighty. So, the big thing that I want to say, I want to say a couple of things. First of all, this was already a momentous season for Gold. My hair's in it. I owe them a cartwheel, a water bottle, chilies. I don't remember exactly what I promised if they won. This is a momentous occasion. This is a team that we actually lost against in the regular season. And the fact that we were able to come back and win today is incredible effort of every single person on that team. Bobby, Damon, Lewis, Noah, Justin, Dylan, Gila, Philip. And I think that's all of them. If I missed someone, I'm really sorry. I said Noah, right?
Yeah.
And then also Coach Pirate Walnut. I'm incredibly proud of the team. This is history, and it just really shows you how amazing these are. The raw skills, drive, passion, and love of the game that they have. And I can't be more proud of them, or more honored to work with such an incredible of students, people, generation. I'm blessed. So I just want to say a big shout out to all of them, and of course, a shout out to all the people in prod too. I'm getting a little bit emotional. And now we're not done yet. Next week,
Yeah. So as Generic gets choked up, I do want to ask you, looking forward, the other semifinal between St. Lawrence and Waynesburg. We've got a good rep with Waynesburg. I know them personally. That match not being played until December 4th, so a day before the finals. So you're not really able to prepare for either of them. You see Waynesburg coming in as a team from the division. St. Lawrence, dominant force from Northeast A, not dropping a single map in their run there. So what are your thoughts? How are you going to prepare the gold roster to play against either of those teams? What's the outlook for that?
Waynesburg played before. I don't really want to spill all my tea on them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a great opponent. We played them before. We scrimmed them before. I was chatting with the coach. He was cheering us on throughout the game. He said, "Rooting for you guys." So big shout out to Ballard, Waynesburg. St. Lawrence is a big X factor. Realistically, there was a VOD that was up on the channel a few weeks ago. I don't recall exactly the game, the score. I don't know if I downloaded it or what, but beyond the point. The big thing is they're an X factor. So the best thing that we can do is keep rolling, practicing what we're good at, try and fill all the gaps that we can. We've improved so much in the past week alone. Like incredible, I dare say exponential growth, strength, and power of competition. If we keep running the way we've been running, I think the sky's the limit. So I can't promise anything, but no matter what, finals are going to be one heck of a match. So big shout out to everyone on the team. Keep rolling. Road Pacers. Big shout out to the Marywood University Athletic Department supporting us thus far. And big shout out to Rod, Brandon, Emily, Ryan, Jack. People to my left and right. And behind the cameras as well for putting on such an amazing stream. My voice is loud. I don't know if you can hear me. So,
Yes.
I want to say thank you guys, and I'll pass the headphones back over. Thanks.
All right, as we let that Generic go.
Oh wait, can we show Extra Generic the photo of Noah that what frequented the stream?
There he is.
That is
Beautiful.
Here he is.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. That's really, really good. Thank you guys again.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, one final congratulations, Generic and the entire Marywood Gold team. Again, we'll be back on December 5th, Friday, 2 weeks from now, with the NECC Overwatch Northeast Division 8 Grand Finals. It'll be a best of 7. It'll be a long one. And I'm excited. Pretzel, I'm sure you're excited for that.
I'm ecstatic. I'm so excited for that.
I know Turtle fans excited for that.
Oh yeah!
Gold's excited, and everybody's excited. Great vibes here in the Marywood Esports facility in Brant, Pennsylvania. But for that, I think that's going to be it for us tonight. Let y'all go get some beauty sleep. The weekend's coming up. That's fire. Got a win here. That's fire.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Make sure you stay tuned for Marywood Esports again, December 5th. The finals is happening. History's being made. Make sure you tune in for that. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, so it'll be peace out from me, peace out from everybody else here. Have a good night.